Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So one of the questions I get asked the most is how do I start powerlifting as a beginner in terms of programming and coaching? Like what kind of programs do I recommend? Usually I give an answer like you could go to the Strength Athlete's freebies or Candito programs, but all those programs are like online and like on spreadsheets and not everyone can use them. So for this video, I want to talk about this app where basically you can find powerlifting programs on that app and you also be matched to a specific program. You could just work right off of the app instead of having to go onto a spreadsheet. So yeah, this video is going to be all about Boostcamp, and this video is sponsored by them, but I'm still going to give my honest review and my honest opinions about the whole app. It's a free app with a ton of different science-based programs, so you don't have to use a spreadsheet and you can just go straight on the app. You can type in your own numbers there and follow along on the app. This app is free on the App Store. When you open it, you could just put get started, and in the beginning it just matches you with a specific program. If you absolutely have no idea where to start, this is a really good intro for you to point you to the right direction. So I'll say next, what's your main goal? For me, it's powerlifting. I'm pretty advanced. And then where do I train? I would be considered as a full gym because I have cable machines. How many days a week do you want to work out? So I say 3, 4, 5. I'm picking pounds. My smallest weight is 1.25. And so this first questionnaire is really nice for the people who like have no clue where to start. But for those people who like have a little bit of clue, you could just put in whatever you want and you will still be able to search up programs when you enter the app. And speaking of which, the only downside that I think to the app is that I can't use it offline, which I prefer to do that, but they are working on offline mode. I'm really excited for that to come out so I can just use this offline. So when you open the app, you have the discover page, and on the top is your recommended programs. So those are the programs that they recommend based on the questionnaire that you just finished. Next, we have the featured section, the new section, most popular section, and also the verified section. And then you have community programs, and also you have your coaches page, so you can discover by programs or discover by coaches if there's a specific coach that you're interested in doing their program. So yeah, you have all these coaches, you can read about them and look at their programs, and all the programs are free except for like a few, like 1 or 2 that are in the paid version, which I will talk about later. But honestly, there's like so many programs to choose from that ranges from like only bodyweight exercises or like just normal exercising, and then all the way up to powerlifting, competitively, even like meet preps. There's basically a program for everything, no matter what level you are. And so next we have the U tab, and has all the programs you have done, and I will go through how to use the program later. One thing that's really cool that I found in the settings, there's a thing called warm-up set calculator, which automatically calculates what warm-ups you should do depending on whatever weight you have for the day. So if you have like 155 for squats, it'll calculate that based on the percentage of that day, and you can pick what you want, and you can also add your custom, so like how many reps at whatever percentages, and it just automatically calculates things for you, which I think is really cool because then you don't have to calculate every single time by yourself. And here we have the analytics, which are in the pro version, and I will talk about everything in the pro version at the very end, since most users of this app don't actually use the pro version, and you can use it perfectly fine without the pro version. It's just like extra data that you can look at, like your overall weekly volume and those kind of analytics, which are not that important. And at the bottom you have a calendar with your recent workout. But for the free version, you still have your workout history tab, which shows the workouts you've done, and then the exercise tab, which has all of the exercises you have done previously. And when you click on it, it will tell you what weights you have done the exercise. So this is really cool to sort things by exercise, just like looking at all of the squats you've done in the past month or so all together, and without flipping like different pages. So I think that's really nice how it sorts by workout history and also by exercise. And then last we have the community tab, which are basically like the Reddit part of the app. And what's cool about this is that you can talk to different people that are doing the same program as you. If you have any questions on programs, it's basically having a support group, and that's really nice, especially if you're a beginner, so you have someone to ask questions to. So I think that is one of the best features of this app. So yeah, that's like the gist of the app. Next, I'm gonna go into a program and show you guys how that works. So you can either start a program on the discover page, or you go to you and look at whatever program that you've already done, and it'll be like all right here. So for example, I picked the Calgary Barbell 16-week program, and when you start most programs, it asks you for your 1 rep max, and you just type them in, and there's also a 1 rep max calculator at the very bottom. But I've already done that, and this is the overview of the program. You can basically see what is what on every single week, so you don't have to like actually open the program to see what it is or like download any files. And next we have the workouts, which I've done day 1. Next we have day 2. I'll just kind of go over how you can enter your sets. So first of all, there's like a timer at the top, so you can actually time your workout and see how long it takes. Over here we can add warm-up sets, we can add some notes, swap out exercises, rearrange things, and there's also a really good feature where you can see the demo of the video and look at what past weights you've done of the same exercise. So this is for 207, and after you do the sets you just click it, or if you've done all of the sets and then you haven't clicked any, you could just click the top one. Also, if you did change the weight, you can change it by clicking on it. I've done it for 8 reps for example, or 9 reps. When you click the reps, you also can type in RPE, so you can say it was RPE 8.5 and that tracks your RPE as well. And another cool feature you have when you're doing a workout is you have the rest timer. So this is a pro function, but you can use it 30 times for free. You can start a timer that counts your rest time, or you can add 15 seconds right here, or subtract 50 seconds right here, so you can make sure that you're not resting too long. So I think that's really cool. And also another cool feature is the plate calculator, which is free. So for example, if I have a 160 squat and say I have a 45-pound bar and these are the plates that I have, this is a really good function to calculate what plates to put on, so you don't accidentally put on the wrong plates and do more or less weight. So if I were to do this workout, then I would do the bench, and then I would do the barbell front squats, and that's an accessory movement. So for most accessory movements, there's options to swap out the exercise, so you can click the 3 dots over there and say swap exercise, and it'll have different exercises that are similar, like work the same muscle group, that you can switch out for. So that's really nice because not everyone has the same equipment, or sometimes like one exercise just doesn't work well for you depending on like injuries or all of that kind of stuff. There's a lot of ways you could customize the program to fit your needs but still be doing the same progression workout. And lastly, you can add more exercises. If you like to do more like bodybuilding stuff at the end of your workout, you can add them all in and keep track of that. And after you're done with the workout, you just click finish, and then you say you confirm it's complete, and yay, you just finished a workout. And that will be up here. And if you go to your analytics and workout history, that'll be on your workout history. If you go to exercises, then you have all of the exercises you've done and the history of that, so it's all in one place. So that's basically how you can pick a program and work off of a existing program. I feel like that's what most people are gonna do, especially if you're a beginner. You don't want to be writing your own programs. But next, I'm still gonna talk about how to log your own workout in. So on your U page, there's a button called Start Empty Workout, which basically you just make your own workouts and log them into the same app. So for example, if you were doing 4 days a week on a specific program, but on day 5 you do a bodybuilding day, you can still log that stuff into this without having to change up the program. So I can say create a custom workout, or you can copy a previous workout and then you can just add exercises. So you say you want to deadlift, and then you want to row, and then you want to front raise, and then muscle up, just for example. So you have your exercises, you add your exercises, you can also add supersets, and then you have your workout. And you just type in the weights, type in the sets, type in the RPEs, then there you go, you have a workout. So I'll just type in some things randomly. And I'm done with the workout. I click finish, confirm, and now it's a workout in the database. So I think that's really good to have the ability to log anything in workout wise. If you go off program and do something totally different, it will still be part of your workout history. Programs are like their own thing, and you can still add your other workouts and be in the same workout history. So that's really nice to have. And lastly, I'm going to talk about paid features, which is not essential at all. So everything I just talked about is free. Like you can use that without paying anything, but I'm going to talk about the few paid features that are totally extra stuff. First of all, it's the rest timer, as I showed earlier. Second is some of your analytics, so not the workout history or exercise history, which are the most important. The other thing is like your frequency, total training volume, and your total reps. It basically just counts how many reps you do, like how much total weight you've lifted. So for example, if you do like 100-pound squat for 5x5, then it's 100 times 25. That's like your total volume. And if you click the eye here, it has like the descriptions of what everything is. And also you have these other functions where it could calculate your 1 rep max based on your RPE and your volume. So yeah, those are basically it for the paid features. And lastly, there are like 2 or 3 programs that are paid. Everything else is free, and these are just extra stuff that are just cool to look at, but are definitely not needed for making progress at all. Like, you don't have to look at this, just follow a program and do whatever the program says, and that's how you make progress instead of looking at all these fancy stuff. So that's why they're the paid features, and I think it's totally reasonable that this is paid. Like, I honestly wouldn't look at this that much, and it's not unnecessary, it's just totally extra. Don't feel like you're missing out on anything without the paid feature. And lastly, some of the features coming in the future are, as I said, offline mode, and second is program creating mode. Right here it says create custom program. This function is still in beta mode, so it's not perfect, but they're working on it. And with this function, you can create programs instead of like single workouts. You can actually put a progression in and all of that. Okay, so my opinion on this is that it's really good. It's just like a really clean and easy to use app. There's so many different features, and you don't have to use all the features if you don't want to. Especially as a beginner, it might feel kind of intimidating with so many features, but you can just stick with the basic stuff. Just follow the program and type your numbers in. But all of the other features are still really easy to use. Like some of the features, like the plate calculator, the thing that calculates your warm-up sets, like even if you get an actual coach, like they won't even do that for you. Like there are so many functions on this app that are really good for beginners that even sometimes a coach wouldn't even do for you. So it's really nice to have those features on hand, and it's also really easy to use. Anyone can use this app, and I highly recommend this for beginners that don't know where to start, what programs to do. These programs are all good programs, not like those programs that just make you do 10 by 10s on every single exercise every day. Like they actually have some kind of progression. It's just really easy all in one app. And as I said before, they're always improving the app, and they're always adding more programs in and connecting with more coaches. So the app is only going to get better, and it's only going to have more options out there. If this app was out when I started lifting like 3 years ago, I definitely would have used this app, because in the beginning I like didn't know what programs to do and just decided to make up my own programs, which I didn't improve much before finding a coach. And like, to be honest, a lot of coaches are expensive, and after doing a few programs you kind of get the gist of things. You can like kind of change the program to match your needs, and you can do that on this app as well. Like you don't have to like strictly follow a program if you're intermediate or advanced. I definitely would have used this app when I started out lifting, like for the 1.5 to 2 years that I didn't have a coach. But now that I have a coach, I don't use the app personally because my coach writes my programs, and for me there's not that big of a point to put the program onto my app. So I think this app is more catered towards basically everyone who doesn't have a coach, like a personal one-on-one coach. And if you do have a one-on-one coach and just like using the features on the app, then you can also just type your programs in the create workouts. So you can still use this app with the coach, but you just probably wouldn't be using the programs. So yeah, that is my honest review on Boostcamp. It's definitely the coolest and best app out there for lifting, especially for powerlifting, power building, bodybuilding. Like it's reliable. There's so many options up there. It's basically like everything you need all in one app. So I highly recommend this app for any of you guys who are starting out lifting, whether you're a beginner or if you're intermediate and don't have a coach but are looking for programs to do. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you guys have any other questions about the app or anything else, make sure to leave them in the comments down below. If you liked the video, don't forget to like it. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you guys soon.